there, Taurus. How are you this morning? My name is Sherilyn, and I'm here to do your weekend bonus reading. This one is going to be for July 11th, 12th, and 13th. That should be Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So we're going to go with the Celtic Cross again, I guess. People seem to like that change of pace, right? And then at the bottom, I will pull 2 cards each for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Try to give you some insight as to what could be coming towards you on the weekend. Okay? This one's going to be for my Tauruses, Tauruses, Tauruses. Alrighty then. Let's see. What is the situation with you? We have to get a card. What do we got? King of Wands. Okay, so King of Wands. We're talking about something or someone, so maybe this is how you're presenting right now, huh? Either this is how you're presenting or this is who you're dealing with. So let's figure that part out in a minute. King of Wands would be somebody who is incredibly charismatic. They're natural born leaders. They are the fun. At every party, you want to have them there because they are the people that are fun, right? They're always up for adventure. Like, have toothbrush, will travel, whatever. Last minute, they don't care. They're always up for a good time. On the downside, they can be real hard to tie down. Their love of adventure can make them sometimes somebody who is very hard to keep committed to one situation or one person, okay? Sometimes, well, normally, actually. But anyways, that is kind of the King of Wands. So I don't know if this is how you are presenting currently or if this is who you're dealing with, maybe. All right, what is the obstacle here? The Page of Cups. So the obstacle is, whoever this is that's presenting as the King of Wands, is having a definite... they're definitely self-centered. They're definitely somebody who is not necessarily got both oars in the water. What I mean by that is they are not very much based in realistic expectations or realism in period. They have a tendency to have a fantasy in their head that they're trying to live out. So when they make decisions, they're not based in facts or based in, a lot of forethought or anything. This is somebody who can be very impulsive. Yeah. Okay, so basically they're being the King of Wands. That's what we got there. Okay, so what is it that you need to focus on? The Queen of Swords. Okay, so for most of you at this point, I feel as though you are dealing with somebody who is falling into the category of the King of Wands, okay? And this is obviously somebody who you have decided you want to be with or want to be around or want to continue to be around. But you are having a hard time dealing with this immaturity and this self-centeredness and the lack of commitment, possibly, okay? You are coming through as the Queen of Swords. So you are polar opposite, right? The second you've got your sword drawn, you're very defensive. You are tired of people not coming at you with integrity or with the truth, okay? And you are coming across being quite cold. Okay, the King of Wands is often cold too, but they are incredibly passionate. So, and you got to try to keep that all separated, right? Because passion doesn't necessarily equate to love, okay? But I'm not saying they can't love. I'm just saying that their driving force is passion. It's not necessarily emotion, okay? Your driving force right now as you're presenting is not emotion either. Your driving force is mental energy, basically. So you are very much so intelligent and trying to make logical decisions. You're trying to do things that make sense, okay? King of Wands does not always make sense. Okay, where are we going? What do you need to leave behind? The King of Cups. Okay. So are you going from one relationship to another? Is that what we're doing here? Are you dealing with somebody who's in the middle of a midlife crisis? So at one time they were the King of Cups and now all of a sudden they've got some midlife deal going on and they want to be the King of Wands? That's why you're so cold, possibly? That is possible. So possibly you were in a relationship with somebody who was the King of Cups. So you had one person. Everything was swimmingly, everything was going on perfect, right? And then all of a sudden this person hit some kind of a mental snag. Now they've switched gears on you. And that's left you in this cold-hearted type of persona here where you're not sure how to deal with this. Your biggest question being, are they going to switch back? I mean, is this Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde? Are they going to keep going back and forth? Or is this person going to come back to reality? Okay, what do we have up here? What do we got? What is your strength? The Tower. Your strength in this situation is you have the ability to pull the plug on the whole thing. And they know it. Everybody knows it. So there's a tower here that it's like you know how they used to show us in the movies how they could drop the bomb by just pushing this one button or whatever. Basically, you can push that button and make this whole thing fall down if you want to. This tower. You haven't done that yet because you're still holding out hope that this is a phase and this person is going to flip back into the person that you had from the beginning. All right. What do we got in the near future? The Lovers. As romantic as that sounds, the Lovers is really speaking of the fact that this is a situation that is definitely surrounded by confusion and there's a need for a decision to be made. The decision is actually yours. However, at this point, I feel though you're waiting to see what decision this person's going to make. And so you know what you want to do, right? Because what you're positive you don't really want to do is give up on this. It's what it feels like. But you've been pushed far. Okay, what do I have? What is the advice? 6 of Cups. The advice is for you to hold on to the memories, for you to give some credit to the fact that you have a ton of history to this person. We're talking to Taurus, right? And you guys are just incredibly loyal. That's one of the reasons. But, all right, what is the atmosphere? The atmosphere is judgment. So whatever this person has done could easily be viewed as a betrayal, and judgment's being called on them, not just by you, but by people that surround the two of you, is what it feels like. So other people realize what's going on, and they're calling judgment on this person as well, hoping that that's going to snap them right back into where they should be, right? But it's doing the opposite. It's pushing them further away, further out. What is your greatest fear here? The 6 of Swords. That eventually you won't be able to take it anymore. You'll let the tower fall and have to go off to calmer waters, and this will end then. That is your fear here. But you are really drowning in this chaos that is surrounding you. Okay, what's the outcome? The 8 of Swords. A lot of mental anguish here. A lot of what ifs, who coulda, shoulda, woulda. You know, you're stuck in your head. It's like being in a mental prison. What I'm not sure is if you realize is so is this person. This person is stuck in their own mental prison. It may not be exactly the same as yours, but it's still a mental prison the same. He's, whatever. This other person involved in this is definitely hurting as much, although in a different way. And I'm not excusing anybody's bad behavior. I'm just letting you know. It's not easy on either side. There you go. Alrighty, where am I at? Okay, so what do we got for Friday for right now? Friday, I've got 2 of Pentacles and the Justice card. It's quite possible that somebody here was juggling, okay? I mean, I've tried every angle I could to not say that, but with the 2 of Pentacles, somebody's definitely trying to keep more than one ball in the air right here. And Justice is playing out. What do we have on Saturday? The 7 of Wands and the 6 of Pentacles. Here again, 6 of Pentacles. It's like one person giving to 2. So everybody's being breadcrumbed because the person spread too thin, right? They're giving to more than one situation, or they were. With the 7 of Wands, it's rendered everybody defensive. Do you think? I mean, that would make perfect sense, right? And then Sunday, what do I got? The 3 of Cups. My God. 3 of Cups, 7 of Pentacles. So the 3 of Cups is also speaking of basically a third-party situation of some sort. With the 7 of Pentacles, it's put you in a position where you're no longer certain that you want to invest here. And if you're going to invest, you don't know if you want to go all in anymore. On your end, okay? On their end, they only know that the energy has totally shifted. Everything seems very different. They can tell you don't care or aren't as invested as you once were. There you go. That's how I see the weekend. Let me see. Give me 3 more cards and then we'll get out of it. Now I've got the 3 of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands, and the Strength card. Yeah, this is, I mean, if this isn't your story, don't make it fit. But I'm telling you, for the people I'm reading for, that this is your story. This is absolutely somebody who stepped out on a situation into a third party, and now, you know, now you're left to deal with the aftermath and figure out what you want to do. I understand this ball is in your court, though. This is, you're making this decision, you know. I understand you're gauging it off of what they do, but still, you're the one holding the plug in your hand, okay? You can unplug it if you want to. This looks like a weekend of contemplating what to do. Yeah, this is not going to be an easy fix here. So either way, no matter which way you go. So take your time. You know what I'm saying? Be patient with yourself. You got a lot to think out. Try to figure out what you want to do. No matter what the cards say, make it the best weekend you can. All right. Thanks for everything, you guys. I don't know. I'm out of time. Okay.